Now, for the purposes of this discussion, it's important to recognize that the term values is synonymous with behaviors. If we say that something is a value and then our walk doesn't follow our talk, that is not actually being the change that we want to see in the world. It's just lip service. Behaviors are the things that we're actually doing. And the question is, are the things that we're doing effective? That is what we want to measure and be held accountable for. So the question that we're trying to answer is it working? If yes, how can we do it better? If no, what do we need to change to actually create the change that we want to see in the world? So for the Accounting Alchemy Network, the values in the word cloud on the right side of the screen can be distilled down into our 3 core values. Everything that we do in the AAN needs to be practical, regenerative, and focused in humanity's ongoing evolution in symbiotic relationship with the systems of interconnected life in our world. So I also want to touch just briefly on the Accounting Alchemy's permission to play values. For those of you not familiar with this term, permission to play values are our minimum standards for who we want to include in our community. And they include JEDI, which stands for Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. This is the terminology used to describe the social, cultural, political, and economic issues surrounding race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, religion, and other categories used to create division among people. Understanding that we are all on different journeys when it comes to our awareness around these issues, we really want everyone within the Accounting Alchemy community to remain committed to being a JEDI supporter. And to assist you on this journey, we offer JEDI training. So you too can learn to be a JEDI. It's great. Next one, caring and kindness. Our Accounting Alchemy members are compassionate and show empathy by creating space for people to express their feelings and experiences without feeling judged, especially when we have conflicting views. So leaning in to understand rather than countering or rejecting another person's perspective or ideas creates bigger opportunities to learn. Inviting and welcoming, we actively seek to create an inviting and welcoming environment, and we request that you support us in this by remaining aware of who's in the space at any time and allowing for new voices to emerge in the discussion, particularly taking an active part in engaging with new members. Responsible, you notice the strange spelling of this and how we highlighted the able part. We acknowledge that we have the ability to respond in ways that center our collective care, even when we encounter triggering situations. And we seek ways to self-regulate and to keep connections open through challenges. And finally, positive attitude. We cultivate grounded optimism by uplifting, encouraging, and empowering one another to create the changes that we each want to see in the world. And I want to elaborate just a little bit more on that last permission to play value of upholding that positive attitude. Viktor Frankl said that everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. For those of you who didn't get to participate in the live calls of the book club that we recently did around Peter Block's new book, Confronting Our Freedom, we got into some pretty amazing discussions around existential philosophy and free will. And the recordings are all available for you on YouTube, and they're worth checking out along with the book itself. We're really encouraging each of our members to exercise your free will, recognizing your individual power to create opportunities for positive change in our world.